Storm tracking weather is sponsored by Rock River Electric.
Welcome back, everyone. A warm summer day has turned out to be across the area. Temperatures did manage their way in the 80s and just enough instability that, how about this? Noticing a few little isolated, widely scattered showers and thunder showers going on in parts of the area. We make our way north of the Quad Cities in Clinton County. In fact, there's Clinton right there. There's Charlotte, and just east of town, a nice little thunder shower going on there. A nice little batch of some rain as well. Noticing areas just off to the north and west. A few light showers just north of the Cordova Speedway, and then we make our way up toward Maysville and just near Bennett, a nice little thunder shower taking place there as well. A few dying showers popping up in areas around Mercer County. There's Viola, Aledo pushing his way off to the south and east, and a few more spotty showers now begin to die off in around Des Moines County, just outside of Burlington. So we'll expect this wave to make its way off to the south and east. If you don't get hit by this wave, don't fret, because the main batch is just off to our north and west and is being plowed by the help of that cool front that'll be inching its way closer. And as it does, not only does the showers return, but an increasing coverage of showers across the area, especially late tonight and heading into tomorrow. Behind that front, this is where we do expect to see a big drop in temperatures. You can see lower 70s, but even some upper 60s. I think we'll be stressing more of the upper 60s as early as tomorrow. But it's all about the rain showers across the area. We really do need it. First batch of rain we've seen this month, and it looks pretty good coverage-wise. Here's 1 a.m., and you can see all the activity still primarily off to the west. But as we put this into motion, that's when the coverage really begins to increase, and that's some nice yellows and orange and reds. Love to see those colors. That's indicating some moderate to almost heavy rain that is expected around 6 a.m. Let's move that clock further more into about 9 a.m. That batch of wet weather moves off to the east. Still some activity that we see to the west that will be continued to be scattered as we get to about sometime after lunchtime, maybe about 2 p.m., and then the wave will finally kind of fall apart, decrease in coverage as we head into tomorrow evening. Now, the big question is, how much rainfall could we expect to see? Well, here's our legend right here, and as you can see, the light green, but that next stage of green that we see, that's about an average around 1/4 of an inch. A little farther north and south of the Quad Cities, possibility even getting a 1/2 inch of rain. Now, keep in mind, it's going to be nice to see this rain, but it's not going to do much of a dent, unfortunately, with the drought that continues across eastern Iowa and northwestern Illinois. With that wave coming on through tomorrow, yeah, it's actually going to be pretty cool. We're familiar with this. We saw this just early in the week. Daytime highs expected around the upper 60s. And once again, the average amount of rainfall that we're looking at here is pretty much going to be around 1/4, but some of them are now leaning, and we're talking about the models, maybe leaning around a 1/2 inch of rain before it's all said and done. After this wave moves on through, long stretch of dry weather. Wow, I'll tell you how long right after this.
Did your home suffer storm damage? A-Plus Roofing and Siding can help. We're a locally owned and trusted company located for over 20 years in the Quad Cities. We have locations in Moline and off 74 in Bettendorf to better assist your needs. We're an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor and offer lifetime warranties, so you never have to worry about your roof again. Call A-Plus Roofing and Siding today for your free assessment. Go local and call us today.
Currently 84 degrees at the airport of Moline after a high of 86 degrees. West winds at 7, all dry at Moline and all dry over in Davenport. Winds are variable, 84 degrees currently, and a dew point temperature of 59. Here's your accurate forecast from Storm Track 8. Got some spotty activity for now, but more showers, increasing coverage expected later on tonight, and that will continue on into tomorrow morning, low around 60 degrees. Then the coverage becomes a little bit more widely scattered later on. Combine that with a light north breeze, and you're talking about the week's coolest with a high of 67 degrees. After that, though, temperatures do bump up nicely, especially later in the next week, as numbers will climb in the 70s, but looking dry for the rest of the work week and going into the weekend. In fact, it may be close to 2 weeks, so we see potential for wet weather.